What if you're a family on tour? Well, let's have a look at another Majestic, this time the 180. Now, taking a family on tour is one of the most enjoyable things there is, especially when you can take the whole brood with you, and that can be up to 6 people. But there are some very affordable ways of doing it, and some other ways of doing it where you splash a little bit more cash to get a little bit more luxury. That's the story with the Marquis Majestic 180, which we're reviewing here, which is a super family 6-berth with a load of added extras from Marquis Motorhomes. Marquis obviously pimps them up with some added extras, none the least being this silver cab, and obviously for 2015 we get the brand new Peugeot Boxer with this distinctive and very sharp looking front end. Another pleasing added extra is this wind out awning, so you can take the party outside and enjoy some al fresco quality time with the family. It's one of many refinements that you'll find in this Super Plus Majestic. There's a lounge at the front and a lounge at the back here. This is perfect because it keeps the world of the children and the adults apart. You can use this as a fully formed functioning lounge, and at night times you have the choice of 2 single beds or a pull-out bed in the middle here to make an absolutely whopping double. There's even a privacy curtain to keep the children firmly at bay. Motorhomes of this price bracket rarely extend to a separate shower in the washroom. The real estate inside is too valuable and needs to be used elsewhere. So basically we have a wet room which combines a washroom and a toilet. Now, given that this motorhome is going to spend most of its time on full facility campsites, you're not really going to need a washroom any bigger or better specified than this. Now, this forward lounge is probably where you would park the children most of the time. It has 4 belted travel seats which are fully adjustable so they can take adults as well as children. Fairly easy to use. You just move the catches up and down to get the adjustment that's right for you. Right opposite this lounge is the kitchen area, which is pretty fully featured. You have a microwave oven and dual fuel hobs. These are particularly good because if the gas is running low, you can still cook some soup, beans or anything in a pan on the electric ring. Pretty good. Underneath that you have a separate oven and grill for maximum flexibility and a fridge unit here. It's not a massive fridge, so maybe you might find yourself doing a few top-ups every now and then to feed the family. But think about it this way, if they'd have had a bigger fridge, it would clamp down on the amount of space available elsewhere, and in a family tourer, every single square metre is very, very necessary. The overcab compartment has room for another double bed. As you can see, it's almost vertical, so I don't really think adults are going to get on with this too well. Definitely one for the children. And talking about children, if you need more accommodation, then it's very simple to deploy another double bed here in the lounge. It's very straightforward. You just drop the table to its lowered position, rearrange the cushions, and then, hey presto, another bed is created. The 2015 Peugeot Boxer cab has been refreshed with the rest of the vehicle, so in comes brand new instrumentation, including gear change assist to manage your economy very effectively, and a suite of driving aids, including ASR. Now, Marquis has added a few goodies of its own, including cab air conditioning with climate control, a DAB radio with colour screen, and a reversing camera that you can use as a rear view mirror when you're driving along, which I found incredibly useful because this is such a long vehicle. But there's one other modification Marquis has done that I think is truly great, and that is upgrading the engines to 150 bhp, giving you just that little bit of extra grunt that you need on a vehicle of this size. The Marquis Majestic 180 will cost you £46,500. It weighs 3,500 kilograms fully laden, so it's not one of the heaviest 6-berth motorhomes for families on the market. Now, with all these added extras Marquis has put in, the price is about 6 or 7 grand over and above what you would pay for the eldest AutoQuest 180, so only you can make that decision whether you think these added extras are good value for money. I personally think they are, and there are a couple of other good things about this van too. It's made by Eldis using the proprietary solid construction and comes with a 10-year body shell integrity guarantee, giving you great peace of mind. So if you can stretch to these extra goodies, I reckon it's a pretty good buy. In fact, this Majestic could be your very own Royal Palace on wheels. So you've taken the plunge and you've just picked up your spanking new dealer special. But what to do with it? Well, with all that extra kit on board, the world really is your oyster. But if you're looking for some pointers, then Bryony Symes recently took a Swift Lifestyle 664 on a retro-themed retail and culture tour of Cirencester and the Cotswolds. Here's how she got on.
Here in the quiet country lanes, picturesque hills and quaint market towns of the Cotswolds, I'm going to have a vintage enthusiast's adventure. Stroud has a bunch of great vintage shops and they've collaborated to put together this handy little map. Here in Stroud you'll find lots of lovely shops and cafes, and if you come on a market day, the shambles here will be full of stalls. There are 2 regular buses from Minchinhampton into Stroud which could also help you to explore the surrounding villages. The bus leaves from the old market square, and once you've caught the bus into Stroud you'll be struck by how hilly it is. But amongst those hills and streets you'll find some vintage gems, such as Time After Time on the High Street. This vintage store has fashion from the 40s right through to the 80s, hand-picked by the friendly owner, as well as accessories and home accessories. Another of these is right next door. In-Print Bookshop has a huge collection of vintage, antiquarian and simply well-loved books to browse, including some rarities. They also have plenty of information on other antiquarian booksellers and events. Elsewhere in Stroud there are all sorts of shops and cafes hidden down side streets, and quiet spaces to relax. The beautiful streets of Cirencester are full of history, with the tall church standing proud in the middle to help you find your way. You'll need this guidance through the maze of alleyways and side streets packed with cute cafes, gift shops and pubs. There's also a Roman amphitheatre and Cirencester Park hidden behind the tallest hedge I've ever seen. Let's go and explore. Behind the hedge you will find the beautiful Cirencester Park, where you can walk or horse ride. The church is spectacular, with Queen Anne's cup proudly displayed. Behind this is the Abbey Gardens, through which you can get to one of the remaining sections of the old Roman wall that once surrounded Cirencester. While here it would be a shame not to learn about the long history of the town. To find out more, we spoke to Amanda Hart, director of the Corinium Museum.
Well, Cirencester is steeped in history. I mean, it goes way back to prehistoric times. We've got a prehistoric landscape around the town. However, the town really truly develops in the Roman times, and that's when it is established as a town. The Romans came here sort of first part of the 1st century AD. This is an amazing museum. It tells the full story of the Romans and the Roman town, the development of that town, and of course not forgetting the people that were living in that town.
After a lovely day exploring Stroud and Cirencester, I've decided to pitch up halfway between the two, at Tobacconist Farm campsite. It's just outside the beautiful village of Minchinhampton, where you can go for a stroll on the common after tea. Set on a family smallholding just outside the pretty village of Minchinhampton, the site is one main field with sheltered pitches one side and less landscape pitches the other, with a separate car park at the top of the field, the facilities at the bottom and another rally field to the side. Each pitch has electric hookup and there are 2 drinking water points. By the entrance gate you'll find the rubbish area with separate bins for recyclables and ash. The facilities block has a urinals room, 2 separate toilets, 2 single shower rooms, 2 family shower rooms, one of which has been designed for disabled guests. The building also houses the camping kitchen with indoor and outdoor washing up sinks, a washing machine, kettle, shelves, fridge freezer and sockets where you can charge your devices. Kids will enjoy the children's play area. Lucy, the owner, is also happy to supply fire pits and wood so that you can have campfires by your pitch.
This website and the reviews don't do the place justice. I mean, the facilities are excellent. You've got fantastic views all over. Lucy runs the place out magnificently. She's excellent with the guests. And it's a nice site, quiet site. It's ideal for the boys to sort of go and play, and just an excellent place to relax.
It is a very relaxing site with everything you could need to make a back to basics camping trip more comfortable.
That's all we've got time for in this episode. Next time, join us for more motorhome reviews, friendly expert advice and fantastic travel. In the meantime, you can keep in touch via Facebook or on our website. So until next time, bye bye.